look at how things would work, but none of that was presented to us. We just didn't know. So I don't know. I'll submit the specific questions. Look like I have a couple. So.
Okay, Supervisor Colfax to the staff.
Howard, I heard what you said, and I'm going to try to avoid using the word fluff. Whose responsibility is it to keep me from going down on Mountain View Road, which gets pretty narrow right my entrance area, and simply saying, you know, I'm growing a lot of raspberries right now, and I want to put a little stand out there, but, you know, if I get it out so you see me coming from both ends, I'll probably be able to get more attention. Highway Patrol might come along, but the question I have here is, what is the mindset? And I have to throw this out more generally. What is the mindset? And who in this county government is responsible? I have to tell you, I'm a little angry right now. Okay? Yeah, we try to work out arrangements, yeah, and we don't know really where the center line is and so forth. But this was brought forward earlier with county council. I should have acknowledged that at one point. We did talk very briefly about this situation. I think county council was there, and I think a representative from the CEO's office. Very briefly, and then it was over. It was to the next level. But what's to keep me now from going out there and saying, hey, he did it over in Mendocino, which is a historic district, and you didn't do anything about it. County, get the hell out of here. I have a right to a piece of public property just the same way they did. I don't care if it goes out 1 inch further or 42 inches further. What is the mindset that allows us to simply give up public property to I would say, an important and privileged element in a given community? Sure, they do all kind of good things for the community, but so does Walmart. What's to keep Walmart from simply saying, hey, we want to go out and do a little more on whatever county road they can get near to? But the point here is, in this particular situation, the mere fact that this was put in place, it's concrete. It's not something that sort of just kind of drifted out there like some silly putty. And I have no objections at all to the use of this. I think it's great, and that's why I wanted to commend Marty there for the job he did, but I think he misunderstood his own writing. But the reality here of this particular case is this is a gift of public funds. And if it's a pissing match here, somebody used the word arm wrestling, but doggone it, it really bothers me to see that the county is not coming forward on this and taking it on as something that you can't steal from Mendocino County. That's what it is, simply because you can bet that we're going to look the other way and say, but it's a great building, it's a lovely building. And I'm not going to you, Howard. Right. A long time ago, I forgot about any further addressing of this to you. But I think in general, it's a kind of a mindset is, we're a big dog in this town, and we have some ideas, and we don't want people to walk, which an extra 20 steps to get to the other door, 20 steps. And for this, we'll introduce something that I can tell you the next time I get any guff, when I'm not a supervisor or any of my friends get any guff, say, go ahead and do it, because you can get away with it. And I'll raise hell here as a supervisor or as a citizen in the future, say, hey, they did it in Mendocino, you can do it anywhere. And that to me is a sense of irresponsibility or, hey, I'm all right, Jack, kind of thinking. And when people talk about this being a Disneyland kind of situation, no, it's the wrong word. It's the wrong metaphor here, if you will. This is Gettysburg, okay? Blood is being spilt over there on a regular basis. And I tell you, what you're hearing from me is this is getting to be very tedious, very tiresome. But in this particular case, whether it's a pissing match or whether it's just arm wrestling or if it's just what we do because we don't have anything else to do in that part of Mendocino, I don't know. But I'm getting tired of using up my time on this job and seeing staff being used up to deal with these things. And I hold staff right there who have the responsibility to protect county resources not doing their job. And so I really want an answer to that. Who dropped the ball in this particular case? Why is there concrete in the right-of-way on this particular part of Mendocino County property? Any answers? I don't care which direction, how this comes out, but I'll tell you one thing. It makes me sick to my stomach to think that this is the way we deal with issues of this magnitude. This is a gift of public funds, and nothing is going to paper it over, whether you use concrete or decks or doors or windows or beautiful buildings that are historically established. I think this Mendocino Historical Review Board, the 3 people who voted for this, had better re-examine what they're all about. The whole Mendocino Historical Review Board had better grow up, and county had better help it to grow up, or vice versa, or perhaps both groups need serious, serious counseling in the responsibility we have to the public we presumably serve.
Thank you, Supervisor. Supervisor Pinches.
I brought up the question of whether it was deeded or prescriptive right-of-way or fee title right-of-way, however you want to call it, for a good reason, you know. And Howard answered the question and said there's a plot map, so this is actually a deeded, the town of Mendocino set out on a deeded county road system. My question is, you know, that doesn't, there's been a lot of talk here, Abay, about how this project will encroach on county right-of-way. But without a real survey, that might not even, to come out 30 inches for a porch on front of that building, which if you compare these 2 pictures here, I assume that building hasn't been moved in that period of time, right? It's the same location? Would everybody agree or not? Yeah. So my point is, when this picture was taken, it had a porch on it. So I'm kind of assuming that the county right-of-way doesn't include that porch. So to have this building in the same location now and put the porch on it, I would assume that that still probably doesn't encroach on the county right-of-way. So just by looking at these pictures, I think it's a false assumption to say that they put this porch back on this apple shed, that would be in county right-of-way. I would argue quite the contrary. There's probably not. But without a full-fledged survey, and where do you go to a point of origin and whatnot to start that, I'm not sure. You're going way back, and this is an issue that's throughout Mendocino County. When we have areas, the road I live on is, you go a ways and it's deeded, and then it's prescriptive, then it's deeded and prescriptive, and it's, you know, it's kind of ambiguous. And so the county, yes, I guess we've had kind of a lax policy on maybe somebody might encroach a foot over on county right-of-way, but on the other hand,